Does actually get tagged as well. dupreeh was able to spot him. The awkward spam coming through from GetRight. He can't actually find the frag with a Mac-10. Meanwhile, he loses his teammate, his brother in arms in Forest. Letcro has to try and get the trade going. Rez is slain towards mid as well, as Device will punish him with a scout. And there's finally advantage! Xyp9x the entire time he waited over by Gandalf. He does a bit of his own magic as he comes out of nowhere. Blows a hole through Plopsky. GetRight will suffer the same fate, but taken down by Device.
Oh no.
Oh, this could be horrible.
If that comes in, oh, if it came in, it would have been probably the biggest HE ever.
Oh, if he wants to go bowling, cast it out. There's an awful lot of damage on Letcro. Plopsky's just running straight in, unarmed, and can't do too much. Luckily, you've got your main man, Rez, the X-Factor, being able to slay them with the Deagle. And start to put a bit of fear back into the Astralis boys, leaving them at a disadvantage now. Magisk, though. He could trade this so easily. The flashbang from his teammate, but it won't work out well enough. He only gets one before he's eliminated. dupreeh is able to come into effect. Letcro on the cross with a scout just needs to really slow down and stop the push from Glaive. And Forest is now trapped in an awful spot. 1 versus 2. A man in front and a man behind. They're creeping up to get into position. dupreeh just takes the fight on his lonesome. A tap on the bomb there from Glaive. Oh, and he lands the shot as well.
He's got that as well. The kit being on him saves the day, really. I believe he did get given a deal with someone else, though.
Ooh. Okay, well that's a lot better. Forest on the cross.
So it looks like NiP actually going to do the smoke execute towards the A side of things, which is where Device is hanging around as well. He has that AWP, as well as a Molotov, so if he wanted to actually just use the Molotov. Unfortunate timing, but he still gets the opening kill.
Device. Off the back of one in the first. Will he get any more? Letcro sidesteps into him, exposing himself. Oh, that's an awful lot of damage done. Forest instantly taken down as well. Device still finding more and more picks into this round. He's been able to get 3 kills so far. He looks like he's hungering for a couple more. You've got Plopsy stuck towards the site. GetRight back over by Short, who's now actually being aggressed on as well by Magisk. The backstab could be awkward. GetRight is tiptoeing out to try and assist his teammate, deny them getting up the ramp. If he would have found the follow-up frag, it actually could have been a whole lot better for NiP instead. This is where it gets really awkward. Plopsky's getting flanked. He has to take the firefight versus Glaive. Nicely timed, so he has to focus on one of them. Magisk will get the kill from the rear. Defuse will come out. And that is going to be that 4th round set in stone for Astralis. In by that there, but it's a small miss that comes through from dupreeh, allowing them to actually get 2 players up short.
This is a really nice strategy. So Xyp9x... So that round was fully read by Astralis.
Yeah.
So we saw the way dupreeh peeked at mid. He was waiting for that single flash to come through. Although as things come through, that B site's actually going to be pressured very hard.
Oh, it won't matter though. Magisk still finding those 2Ks with the AUG. That's absolutely outrageous. It's not really going to matter. You've got 3 players all grouped up, and Magisk is just finding the picks. 2 outside the window, 2 in the tunnels. This man is unstoppable right now. He wants to try play around that smoke and push through, potentially go for the information play. You have a smoke on short and the smoke towards mid. Double flash coming through as well, so they can try and advance for this. Mostly set up to go for the pincer play on the B site. Astralis, they'll finally realise what's going on here. Glaive's going to have to push from behind, but Device somehow gets that opening pick. Magisk, this time not so lucky with the AUG. dupreeh as well wanted to try and go for the shot, and Skeet shoot GetRight out of the sky. Instead, he couldn't actually land it, and it goes back into the 4-on-3. All of them grouped up towards CT, apart from Glaive, who's finally been able to make his way outside along. But I think they're saving this one. They don't want to go for it.
Yeah, he seems to have the... Ooh.
Okay.
There was a smoke at mid, but I'm not sure if there was a gap over the top right from Magisk's point of view.
Glaive doing what he does best here, just waiting, playing around the smoke, although this time GetRight's going to be the one. They only have 1 more flashbang. And it is going to be used now to try and instigate the push. Beautiful connection onto Letcro. Breaks him down and smashes him like a watermelon. Plopsky will get the trade across. Plopsky doing the majority of the damage here, actually, as the Krieg killer starts to finalize his work. Just needs to run down that clock. If he could get the follow-up frag onto Magisk, it could have been a different storyline, but GetRight with the Molotov. It needs to spread across. It's going to miss. Oh, it doesn't spread. Magisk with 3 HP, protected by a bit of magic of his own.
So a very slow stalemate here. Device changing up his angles here. So they've been Molotoving this, like the Shoxy peak, over and over again. He's nearly multied them. Unusual, I guess, just some miscommunication right there. But that means there is no Molotov left on that site. And here comes the push.
Magisk, he did it with an AUG. Can he do it with a Krieg? Apparently, defies the laws of physics to find the first. And dupreeh, the brain surgeon, will get another one towards GetRight. Magisk still doubling down. He always wants the 2Ks. He's never happy with just the 1.
I'm trying to think, he should run it. You can see the feet.
Oof! Oh, the spammer on the car!
They got him from the side. But that's after time, though. Many rounds to play with on the T side. Oof.
There's a herd of hooligans about to bombard their way in. He can actually get a collateral here. He gets the first, switches to his sidearm, assisted by Xyp9x for the double kill down on Plopsky and Rez. And now it's all up to Forest. He's got to try and turn up the tempo here. He advances towards the site. Scoped in, nearly had the opportunity for a consolation frag on the way out. Instead, though, it's Magisk. One. Xyp9x gets aggressive once again. Spots the first through the smoke. The spray down continues as well. The damage is actually fairly lethal. The flashbang binds everyone, even their own team. It gives Forest an opportunity to attack at least. In the blaze of glory and daze and confusion that was surrounding everyone, a further kill comes through as Magisk will hit the DECK. Device responds, but misses the opener. And this gives Glaive a moment to just annihilate, popping everyone's head as they line up for him. And GetRight's the only one that remains. Molotoved off as the fire and flames will block him. He's still got to try and save the round here. The Swedish superstar taps down on the first, but he misses the connection to Debris. Device holding it as well, hoping he'll overextend, but now he has to push. The game of tug-of-war gets a whole lot more stressful now for the Danish side. GetRight faking him out with a pistol, wants to just run down the clock. Device, it's now or never if he's going to be able to pick this one up. Crouch walks his way in. The awkward spam comes across. He's burnt the time off the clock, and he's ripped their head off a Device. But they need a fourth round here. If they're going to do anything versus Astralis moving into their CT side, they need some kind of help. Aggressively, being confident to walk through the smokes this time, he's going to cut off the rotation and GetRight. If GTR works his way back through mid, it should be an easy killing for Glaive there. They've now got the read that no one is mid, they're not outside long, they must be towards B. And this is where Dupree switches things up.
Magisk still has a smoke as well, oh no.
Oh, he's tagged everyone. He gets the headshot off as well. Magisk now just opens fire as it is just spam season. If he is assisted by Rez perfectly, it could be a nice start, although you should never really count Dupree out in these scenarios, as he just hammers his way through. Lekr0 has so much to do. He was playing anti-flash, and it would have actually turned it perfectly. Instead, though, the timing was just slightly wrong for him, and this has left them in a bit of a predicament. It's a 3 versus 2. Forest is coming up through short. Plopsky wants to try and follow in his shoes as well, and this is going to get awkward. They cross with a bomb. Magisk is up in an awkward angle. Forest nearly gets the shot out, Ben, but he doesn't actually find the head.
Yeah, the awkward bit is there's no kit, so that they kind of want to deny that plant before he even gets a chance to get there. But Forest, I mean, Magisk's in the middle of nowhere, and he still lands the shot, which forces him back. Glaive's going for a long lurk around as well, which you see Forest is quite aware of that possibility.
Ooh,
too low, though.
That's so rough. But look how low Glaive actually is anyway. It brought him down to just 7 HP. A little bit more damage, and it would have been the elimination. Instead, Plopsky has to do it. Gives him the first kill. Maybe this will ignite a bit of bloodlust in the man. The newcomer to the NiP side, what does he have in his utility belt to buy him out of this round? Tiptoes his way up, paranoid about long, so heavily invested that he might actually expose himself to Magisk, who overthrows him. The Glock God comes through, and that will be the 13-3 scoreline achieved for Astralis. If he just holds here, he'll kill Lurk. Well, he'll kill the rotation on the Lurk. They have to smoke towards short. It's going to go fairly deep in, so it won't really aid them, meaning that Forest gets a free frag back onto Glaive. Magisk has to commit to the plant soon. They've still got 45 seconds, actually, so a ton of time to play with. They don't really need to rush this one. Magisk looks for a further pick, but he's only getting tags, Ben.
Yeah, he needs to take those fights, and just as that happens, Xyp9x and Device get caught out. Magisk on his own 1v4 shouldn't really be possible.
I mean, if he would have found that frag instantly into Forest, maybe he could have done some more. Instead, though, he's biting off so many firefights. They were coming at him one by one. It's like literally the ultimate contrast to Device's warping style.
Yeah, exactly. And Lekr0. Oh.
Well, we're going to get to see a little bit of that AWPing prowess coming out to play here. As Forest, classic stuff. Him outside of the B site with a scope in his hands, ready to just slay him. GetRight quite rushed into that, actually.
Yeah, Rez playing close to the smoke. Device has no armor here either. Well, this is bold.
Oh, they walk straight by him! He gets the double kill off the back of it. The big kahunas on this man definitely pay off, and it all falls into the hands of Xyp9x. Luckily, he doesn't take too much damage from the first firefight, but Lekr0, off angle, just sat there in the middle, slap bang.
We get that's like around a minute left, and from here we usually see a strategy come through, and actually it's going to be the B burst. Well,
GetRight and Co do their best Magisk impression towards the B site and actually ward off this fight. Seems like Forest is doing a bulk of the work. It's 2 kills with the M4, and they just leave it in the hands of Glaive and Device. Device is playing close in the smoke, though. They actually might bypass each other here if they're careful. He gets out, he spots him. It's just on Device, he's so low. He does get the follow-up tag off towards Forest, but he can't actually tackle him. It's a 9th round. No one really spams the door too much. It's more, you know, you did used to see it actually where people would try and spam the cross with AKs even, but It's not as common. All right, a 1-for-1 trade there. Magisk on the return towards the site. They find success on their re-entry towards Earth. And Forest, what can he actually do being the close man? Has to try and deny the mid-push from Dupree. At least there won't be any backstabs. That nade can actually do a fair bit of damage depending on where it lands. Thought he was going to bounce over. Instead, blocked off. Doesn't actually hit Glaive at all.
Rez is making that same play, and NiP have smoked off the tunnel the same way that happened last time. It all depends on Zipnix, though.
Oh, this
seems very wary.
Oh, just on the angle he clears as well. That's awkward, Ben. This is going to make it a whole lot worse from a 3 versus 3. Forest ignites Glaive as he jumps into action, shoots a couple bullets across. Magisk gets the first. Lecro will save the day as well, actually, there, as he gets that fire back across. They're on the bomb. He flashbangs out. Lecro, all he's got to do is hold this. He has the AWP. As long as he gets the shot, they win the round. And Rez trying to play this one like God be, the anti-flash angle behind the door. If they don't clear it, somehow they've definitely made some history on this bomb site, but it was mostly from their defenses, the tenacious defenses they had on their first half. Second half hasn't been as successful for them. And Forest lying back in the site, ready to try and ward them off with his AWP. And Plopsky playing up close and personal, ready to punish. Will find the first with a cheeky headshot there onto Glaive. Hammers his way through the smoke, but Magisk gets the follow-up kill.
2v3, probably one of the few rounds Astralis had the advantage. Oh my word, he takes the fight anyway. Can he produce any more magic, Lecro?
Lecro, he's got it all to do. It's all on him. The Vice just went for the wide face, holding it, suspecting that he's going to try this shenanigan again. Instead, the Vice holds strong, expects the door push. He comes through. Lecro's down. Yeah, they need to.
That's not an ideal Molotov.
No, that's not gone well at all, actually. If they wanted to try and go for something a bit outrageous here, that could come back to bite them in the bottom. Oh, no. They've sent 2 players out. They've got the smoke up as well. Device comes over to assist. Rez with the first, but he's got to try and retreat it towards deep pit and try and hide out. Glaive is so low. Get Right might have actually just saved this here, Ben, with the spam through the smoke. Oh, Rez, he's allowed to reface. There's no real help from any of the Astralis players between themselves. They're also isolated. Device just wants to get out of there, but he's going to have to leave the bomb behind.
Surely
Plays
not.
around his smoke. The follow-up onto Get Right brings them back into the round.
That's crazy that he's been able to do that. And even jumping into the pit, ooh, a step too far, perhaps. Magisk, I was praising him just then. He's got 27 kills. He'd have 30 if he won this round.
There's a 30 bomb in the air. Oh, if he would have got the one tap off with that, it would have been one of those rounds you just have to give him the credit for. Slowly advancing, though. They've detected him. There is a flank coming through slowly from Forest, but it's going to take some time to arrive. They just want to delay on this push. He gets the smoke towards the cross. It's a little bit towards the right, though, so there's going to be a huge gap. And the spam against Plopsky doesn't work. He will go down.
We still got quite high loss bonus. We might as well go for the buy here. We'll then buy again at 14-14 if things go sour. Oh, Magisk. Oh, not quite unblinded in time. They're having to use a lot of utility just to get out here, and they get both kills.
Well, it didn't work out well last time, but they knew what went wrong, and they fixed it. They've been able to bombard their way out of long so aggressively. Lecro barely missing on the cross as he wanted to try and impale Device.
Look at the flank from Plopsky, though. He's already cleared through tunnel. We can already see Magisk, he's already watching towards the back. Lecro, he overstepped his boundaries right there and still got 2 kills from it.
Lecro! The sheer lunacy of this man as the confidence must be flowing through him. And actually, this could be so vital now for Plopsky. The Plop Master himself arrives. The pre-fire is going to come out, though. The Shadow not helping him there. They've already bypassed T-spawn. They're in the site, Ben.
Get Right actually will be here, though, in time. He might just go straight through this door. Oh, the spam! It's got to be tempting to go through here. The plant will go through. It's a 2v2. Kit on both players. No nades across the board.
It all depends on the timing. Lecro arrives. He's only got an AWP to work with. Dupree's going to fight him. Dupree will probably land this headshot, which he will. And Get Right has it all to do. And not much time to work with. Going for the jump across. He does have a kit, but he's got no utility. Debating whether or not he needs to just run in and try and make this one work. Praying for some success into the round. Gets a read at least where one of the players are. It's an awkward peak to walk into. Zipnix had the preferred angle. And he will get that kill. Assisted by Magisk. They're trapped towards the site, though. Forest has nothing to help him here. No utility, no teammates. All he has is an M4 and a dream. Hammering down on the trigger there as he tries to hit the shot across. Can't actually bait them out. They have no reason to extend the cross. They want to take this map and get themselves in such a close position to get to the semi-finals. Instead, though, Forest, they both expose themselves at the exact same time. He rips his way through them. Just with a deagle and a dream, he somehow steps up, finds an M4, slaughters them all, and gets the 13th for NiP. They want to try and play for OT. If If they want to go back towards B, Ben,
Oh
they
my
might be
word.
walking straight into Plopsky. Agent 47 himself, the silent assassin, lines it up, gets such a big spam off onto Magisk, but he gets actually a frag onto Debris. They cast all of the utility out, and they're going for it as well. The Mac-10 madness as they run in. Forest in the backline, assisted by Plopsky. They're ripping their way through each and every one of them. Device hits the meat grinder, and it's all up to Magisk on the B bomb site. But the only thing that's going off is ninjas in pajamas as they bombard their way through. 15 to 15. They're backing off. They're going into the B site. And this was Magisk's playground.
Dupree needs to use his smoke. It's 20 seconds left. If he smokes tunnels, this could be round over immediately. They're just facing Magisk instead.
Flashbangs come out, Molotov as well. Magisk might have to reposition. He's getting tagged by the molly. Forest will find the headshot with the AWP.
Oh, such a good reposition.
Debris! He's got the upper hand on this one, though, as he hammers his way through them, one by one. The scoped superstar punishing everyone in front of him. Get right, realizing there's a second left on the clock, has to just bury himself next to a wall.
And that he did, to be fair. He gets 3 kills right there. The Astralis have another 2 chances to take this first map.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, this nade.
That could actually be pretty darn lethal. Bit of attack across, gap in the smoke as well there. Zipnix, the instant detection, as the visual pat-down works out well for him. Oh, Plopsky as well, running into the unknown. Uppercut comes through with a 5-7. At this point, it's just left on the OGs, Ben. Forest and Get Right. Oh no, not
Just
like
Get Right.
this. Forest
That should be it.
completely overthrown. Ben, you leave it on the Swedish superstar himself in a 1 versus 5 to try and deny Astralis getting themselves a 19th round, but they're going to pick it up. They take NiP's map pick as their own. They're going to win that one.
Underdog in NiP right here. There's a lot of grenades for this pistol around here for Astralis. You've got 3 smokes.
Yeah, it's actually quite a large investment, really, when you think about it. Only 2 players with armor. We have 1 P250 in play as well. That's actually on Dupree, not even Device on Magisk.
So they're using the flashes without actually using the smokes there. So one of the smokes will come through. That's towards CT, the other one's towards Coffin. They're keeping one on Zipnix as well. Potentially playing for the actual afterplant with that smoke.
Well, they actually really got slowed down by that flash. They're all trying to leap back out. They don't want to actually fully commit to this yet. They've reset themselves and now gone back in once again. Magisk is incredibly low on 15, eventually taken down by Plopsky, who they all just sprint towards, and he's going to plop all over him as he finds the first 3 headshots. Wants some more. Glaive will beat down Rez, and it's all up to Glaive now. He's found 1 kill. He's ignited the bloodlust, and he looks to spill some more.
He actually did want that USP, but only had 7 bullets, nothing else. Goes for a fake plant. Get Right actually extends quite a bit there, but does still get the kill. Plopsky, of course, kept one of his Molotovs. He's actually using one of the Molotovs there. That's a nice throw. It does separate the team there, but just forced into the open and they get the kill.
Oh, this could be nice, actually. The flash over 4 Rez, flash over the aerials,
They're both
allow him
so
to
low.
peek in. Yeah, I mean, that B defense is going to be fairly brittle. The rotation's going to have to come around. Zipnix is slowly making his move up.
He's flashing for them.
He's got the flash. They can go in. There is no smoke towards CT, but it won't matter. The rotation for Get Right's going to be a little bit late. It now blooms as well to try and block that off. Plopsky still popping off as he gets another kill on towards Glaive. Zipnix will be able to battle back. The double kill comes through, though, as Dupree actually finds that headshot. It's a 2 versus 3 into the round. GTR trying to make it work all on his lonesome, Ben. He went in overly aggressive.
Really awkward. Down to about 10 seconds left now. They've got a kit. They're going to have to stick it in a few seconds.
Oh. The spray from Dupree. He gets one. It's just about the kill on Forest, but he can't do it.
Close.
There's got to be no time. Surely that's going to be last second.
No.
You can't get this.
The flash comes through. Even though we just turned that flash, he still couldn't quite get the shot on.
Mark here as time starts to tick down. 3 flashbangs. They get the first instigation. The contact comes through. They do smoke it, but Device is willing to walk straight in. Blinded by the flash, though. Rez as well. So dazed and confused. Couldn't actually hit them. Forest makes a friend in pit, though. That's all that matters. They could actually rotate Plopsky off if they want when they get Rez down towards Bot Banana. He still has another smoke to work with, so it's more of the classic style of play. That's what they're going to do, but the fight is already kicked off towards the A site. Get Right gets the trade back on his fallen brother in arms, the original OG in Forest. Get Right's actually doing a ton of damage there towards mid until he falls. Device might actually leap into him. Playing on the close angle here, wants to get the shot off towards Quad. A heavy hit, but Plopsky overthrows him. Magisk almost ignited by the fire. Instead, ripped through by the sheer firepower of Lekro.
And Astralis, this is their end goal. He's got the Molotov. He'll put that down. They can actually put that out if they want to, and I think they did.
Yeah, they've extinguished it. Res!
Ooh,
It's a
he's so
bold
low.
move. He's so low and he went for it. Oh, Plopsky trapped between second oranges as he tries to fires off. Does an awful lot of damage, assisted by Forrest's martyrdom as he rolls out the nade to blow him to bits. Forrest as well, still hammering on strong with the shots, tagging him up through the smoke and sending him to an early grave as well as Dupree goes down. And here comes Get Right, roaming his way over to try and link up and assist with Forrest. It depends on the picks they actually get, though. He couldn't kill Zipnix, and it gave Glaive time to actually face Get Right. Really, at this point, it's not going to be winnable for him. It's too far, too gone. Didn't actually go straight over it, curved off the wall.
Ooh. Is he relocating towards the library as well? It's going to be an Apps burst, so Forrest is going to have to do quite well before Lecro arrives.
Forrest drops off the box. Tries to back up a little bit, shimmying around as he's tiptoeing, trying to take them down. Unfortunately, he isn't going to land the shots. The defense on the site has fallen, and already they can tell they need to rotate off. They've got to save this one again.
But this map especially, it's on CT side. He's part of that banana duo. The Plop man has been doing well.
They get their tickets locked in place. They will 100% be in the semi-finals at the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, a place that Ninjas would love to return to try and have another chance, a shot at the trophy once more, although they start to reinvigorate themselves into this round. Glaive goes down, eliminated by Rez, advances up close towards the boxes as well. The crossfire is paying off, and it's all left on Device. Instantly let Grohl swing out, strike against him. Ooh. They're walking up through the smoke. Plopsky,
This spot's fade.
sat close by, gets a kill from it. The flick as well nearly actually took down Glaive. They're trying to set the idea that this will be a play towards the B site and cause the rotation over. They want the brackets control, and Dupree's going to be the man to get it. In the meantime, though, the B site is going to be where the true play is at. Rez, he's only got 3 kills. He's finally got a chance to rack some up, and he needs to punish. He's a sniper with a hell of a scope, and he's looking to try and take out a cop or two. The no-scope through the wall doesn't quite connect onto the man towards the site, Ben. He's trapped. Now they know of his location. Zipnix as well. Looked like it was going to be the easy double kill spray down for him. Instead, it's just one. The timing versus Rez does not work well for him. He needs to invest in a new watch, and Lecro needs to invest in some shoes to run his way out of there and save onto this round.
But instead, changing his mind quite a bit, and they have no idea Device is that far up. Like, there's no reason for them to think he's that far up either, is the crazy part.
Device is actually just trying to take this as well. Wants to do it all on his own. He's doing that as well. He's actually rotated off. He's close towards the CT side, moving up by runes now. The smokes go in. If they actually do believe this is truly a B play, things could go so wrong for them. If they make any false moves on the A site,
the bomb.
Get Right with a face out. Saw the bomb in front of him. Nearly got the kill onto Magisk. Instead, it's crumbling. The defense is being broken left, right, and center. Forrest doesn't realize that Zipnix has already been able to sprint out through the balcony. Lecro not able to do it. Dinked
Not
down
bad
very
range.
early on. Yeah, it's a good response at least to try and ward them off somewhat. It's an awkward firefight. Rez is able eventually to weave out ever so slightly to get that kill.
But unfortunately for them, it looks like they gambled at the wrong bomb site. Magisk, it's going to be up to him, really. He needs to get 2, maybe 3 kills here. Unfortunately for him, it looks like... Oh, hang on. They're running into the actual stack instead.
Oh, they've gone back through. They're coming round Speedway, and they are going to do it speedily.
They saw him. I'm pretty sure they saw Dupree go into ruins there.
Device gets hit on the site, tagged down to 23. Zipnix is only on 5 HP, but luckily enough, Device is still slaying. No clear on the angle there either from Get Right, so Dupree's able to not just get 1, but a double up for the second frag. Forrest trying to stop the man towards the back of the site. Device has been such a dastardly boy into the round. The amount of damage he's gotten away with is just ludicrous. Now, though, they're back into the 1 versus 1. Magisk, he makes his move over, bounding into action as he leaps round the corner, looking to try and fight this early. Has to push up towards the site. No kit, but still a fair bit of time left to play with. Forrest peeks out, his head's visible for a matter of seconds. Well, the Battle of Banana this time kicks off with quite an outrageous push from Zipnix. Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to note that on the floor, of course. Oh, that's lovely.
That's a big start for Plopsky. Oh,
The gap on the smoke there, bottom right, there's a tiny little bit. Wave, oh, there you go, you can see it really nicely there. Dupree should be screaming about this noise at mid, though. Smoke coming in mini pit. Device will arrive just in time, I believe.
He's going to be tested, though. It all comes down to dupreeh, really, to actually be such a big difference maker. Ooh. He had to get impact into the round. Device got 30 to play with. 17 bullets loaded. Doesn't look towards the right. Walks into res.
He's waiting for somebody to come into his crosser, though. And just as he does that, they come into his crosser, he gets a kill, and the trade is immediate.
Smokes are going across. Magisk will now have a read that GetRight is actually close by towards him. The smoke goes down and makes it a bit more awkward. He tries to take the firefight directly towards Magisk. Plopsy, the up close and personal headshot versus dupreeh. Glay from the sideline, spamming his way through, but it's all on Mr. Plop. He's the one that's doing the damage, Ben, and clutching the day for him. Drops the smoke back towards mini pit as well. Plants the bomb. 10 HP on Plopsky. He's going to have to go huge to try and save the day here. Zipnik's walking up Plopsky. He finds the headshot. Big Papa Plop popping off.
More so when they actually wide swing like that. Oh my word.
Oh, Zipnik!
What is that?
That is just ridiculous.
The thing is, they'll know that's not the player that was meant to be there. dupreeh gets the kill. Surely they expect this.
If they don't clear towards the boost, Zipnik might be doing some more fabulous stuff. Instead fires off the warning shots too early. Lekro back through the smoke, gets the kill. dupreeh's low as well. Warded off. They have offensive utility. Double Molotov, one smoke, 3 flashbangs. They've got a kit as well on Magisk, but time is ticking down. The Molotov to force f0REST out of position. He tries to hold strong, but he misses the shots. That's match point achieved for Astralis if they can jump on this. Magisk was the only one with a bomb. And it looks like he's going to get it barely with enough time there.
So banana control actually being fought for here. Plopsky has to move forward, unfortunately. That means his death, but thankfully he is traded by Res. 4v4 pretty much from the get-go here. And Device, ooh, he's looking to make it even more res. He keeps backing up just a bit. He's gone through the smoke.
I was going to say, if he exposed this booty there towards CT, he definitely would have died anyway, but instead he just gets taken down. GetRight's the only one to try and bring the brawl to him, and Lekro's going to be exposed as well. dupreeh on the extension, but he's not even going to face it. He's just going to hold the close angle. He saw the tip of the barrel, and he has the trigger discipline. Charlotte will be the one to grab it. GetRight still gets another frag, though. Essentially in CT territory, dives his way out as he glides through the sky. dupreeh will connect the shot, and that will be the 16-8 victory to take the series 2-0.